Kevin Van Veen is the forgotten man of Scottish football because he left despite having the joint highest goal scoring record last season. Went back to Fog football, but he could be on his way back to Scottish football because he's fell out with his manager and there's a link to Rangers that could be on the card. So let's break it down, let's discuss it and we'll get to another bit of news later on. But Kevin Van Veen wants to return to the UK and says 6 or 7 clubs have asked about signing him on loan in January, with the 32-year-old having fallen out with Groningen head coach Dick Lukian only 6 months since the striker's transfer from Motherwell. Van Veen also revealed that there was interest from Rangers before his return to the Netherlands. And I tell you what, right? This could happen. I think I could honestly see this happening on loan deal. The simple reason is, if Rangers don't want to go and spend like 3 million on Shankland, why not get Van Veen in on loan for 6 months? Because people may laugh at Van Veen, right? But let's be real. Look at the amount of goals he was scoring for Motherwell. The amount of goals that he could score for us in the last, couple of months of the season could get us over the line in quite a few things. And I rate him. Like, I'm not saying, he's 32 and he's the greatest thing since sliced bread, because obviously, he's not exactly a young pup anymore, but who cares about the age? If the guy can still produce goals and he's fallen out of favour, this is an easy loan to make. It's not going to cost much. It's not like you're bringing in Ramsey for a 2 million loan fee. It's not going to cost anything remotely like that. And for me, I'd actually be all for this deal. I think this guy could get us over the line, score some crucial ass goals in the second half of this season, and hopefully, do it. Now, he's talking about there was interest from Rangers before. It's not necessarily interest now, but for me, it would make complete sense for Rangers to at least inquire about this, think about it. But I've got a sneaky feeling that it's going to be a quiet transfer window. To be honest, I've got a sneaky feeling that January's not much is going to happen. We might loan out 1 or 2. We might bring the odd person in, but I've got a feeling it'll be quiet. It shouldn't be quiet. Make no mistake about it. It really shouldn't be. Honestly, depending if we get through in Europe, I think whatever money we've made for Europe should be going towards Phil and spending a bit of it. Because he's done remarkably well, big Phil Clement, since he's come in. It's time for the board to back him. And it has to happen. But let's talk about Celtic now for a wee bit, because they just can't get enough. Mikey Johnson hopes his man of the match performance for Republic of Ireland in their 1-1 draw with New Zealand could serve as a message to Brendan Rodgers as the 24-year-old winger battles for game time with Celtic, with whom he is out of contract next summer. That's according to the Daily Record. I think Mikey Johnson's time at Celtic could be up. Maybe not as much as the next guy, Kobayashi's, but Celtic, I think, will strengthen in January. I think Rodgers will get rid of a lot of dead weight, or at least loan them out, or freeze them out. And I think that's what's worrying. I think Phil has done a good job at maintaining the Rangers ship and get us firing. A proper manager. But I can see Celtic sorting their squad out in January, but I don't see Rangers necessarily doing it, and I think that might be the difference maker. Into the other bit though, Celtic centre half Yuki Kobayashi, who's yet to make a competitive appearance under Brendan Rodgers, is a target for several J-League clubs as the 23-year-old prepares to return to Japan on loan in January, but would be keen on a return to old club Vissel Kobe. That's according to the Scottish Sun. Honestly, he's not been injured, I don't believe. He was pretty shaky last season. You remember he started that game at Ibrox where Celtic got pumped 3-0. I don't necessarily rate him. I think this guy could be at the door as well. I think there could be a lot of fringe players. Seems to be a bit of confusion about Ange. He did make a lot of great signings, but there's been a lot of them that have been floppy doppy, to say the least. They're really floppy doppy. Is that a terminology? I don't know. But guys, that's where we're going to leave this video. How about you leave your thoughts down below? What's going to happen? Will Rangers sign Van Veen? Will Mikey Johnson and Kobayashi leave Celtic? I'm sure there'll be more news over the next coming weeks about all this crazy things that is going down in the world of Scottish football. We've got a big meeting today. I might make a fin on that later on if something groundbreaking comes out of it, but I wouldn't hold your breath necessarily. But that's where we're going to leave this video, troops. Mikey Johnson, Yuki Kobayashi on their way out of Celtic potentially, while the big man Kevin Van Veen could be on his way back into Glasgow. But until then, peace.